This episode brought to you by Evil. Have you run out of ideas for how to make a character interesting? Do you need an excuse for why a mass murderer murders masses? Use Evil. It's all you need, apparently. Hello and welcome to Horror Movie Talk.
An opinionated and accidentally funny horror movie review show. Go, 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 go.
I just took a stroll through the scraggly woods. He had no face! Horror!
Sabrina, don't just stare at it, eat it.
New theatrical releases always get priority.
But we also review older horror movies, both good and horrible.
Wow, that didn't sound good.
Hello and welcome to Horror Movie Talk. Your panel of expert hosts are me, Dr. Bryce Hanson. I hold a PhD in spookology, and across from me sits...
I'm Professor David Day. I'm the foremost expert in scare meow meows.
And today we have the very special guest, Bugsy.
It's your boy Bugsy Siegel. I'm happy to be here, HMT. Bryce and David Day, but what's my title? Doctorate, PhD. What could I have in rapping?
I think you are the foremost expert in
Rapology.
insects, right?
In what?
Okay.
Insects, because he's a bug.
Wait, hold on. Insects or insect?
How about both?
Okay. Retired insects.
Bugsy has been a fan and a supporter of us for a long, long time. He is the man who did the outro music for us. It's I don't know how many people stick around to the end, but I feel like a good heap and helping of people have heard Bugsy's music on our podcast.
And if you've ever stuck around for our voicemail bit, you've heard Bugsy several times.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
A staple on the horse.
So we're glad to have Bugsy, and he definitely insisted if he ever come on the show that it be this episode, because today we're reviewing Halloween 4: The Return of Michael Myers.
This might be the first movie to get an 11 out of 10 on your guys' list.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
A bold statement.
Yeah.
Is that what you think? Is that what you think we're going to get?
Yeah. Bugsy, what is your best guess at what we will score Halloween 4?
Yeah, this is
interesting. You will score?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if 5 would be average and you both hate slashers, okay, I want to say it's definitely, I'm not going to give away my score yet. So I want to say that because you don't like slashers and you're a bunch of haters, probably a 6 from Bryce and maybe a 7 from David. He might, be generous just because he likes me. But Bryce is a stiffler. I'm going to say a 6 and a 7, but because I guessed that, probably a 5 just to piss me off.
I'm a stifler, so I fuck your mom?
Whoa.
I'm open to that. I would love to call you Big Pappy.
Big Pappy.
Love it when he calls me Big Brycey.
Okay. So yeah, let's intro for anyone that's not familiar with Horror Movie Talk. We review horror movies, especially new releases, but also older horror movies, both good and horrible. We'll see which one Halloween 4 is.
Yeah.
We got a website, Halloween, horrormovietalk.com. You'll find links to all the things. We have a watch party every second Saturday, so you can join us on streamlounge.io. There, we also got Twitch, we got Discord, we got Facebook. We got the best fans of any podcast, and you can find and interact with them at our Facebook group. We post new episodes every Wednesday, so please do us a favor. If you like the show, subscribe, leave a review, share it with a friend. That's how we do it.
Spring break, whoa!
If you want to leave us a voicemail or you have any questions, call 682-253-4468. If you want to leave sounds of bodily fluids for David's pleasure, apparently. 252-228-4628.
Let me see. I'm going to check that line right now, and maybe we could just clear the chamber.
Yeah,
you know?
let's just, and then we can never talk of it again.
Okay.
I'm calling off screen right now.
Let's do it at the end. Let's do bodily fluids.
We're doing it. It's happening. Happening. It's Halloween week. It's time for a big dump of bodily fluids. Okay, so anyways. Okay, so we got a great show today. As Bugsy explained, we score on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being horrible, 5 being average, 10 being so good. It transcends genre boundaries. After we give our score, we'll get into spoilers and take a deeper dive into what we liked and hated about the film. Later, we'll be doing old game that I'm reviving called Kill Count. It's a Halloween-themed kill count. Oh, baby.
And horror movie Whooooores, where we check our voicemail. So, let's get into it. We watched Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, and it's our favorite stabby boy.
And he's back to stab.
Here is the
trailer.
Here is the trailer. Just a second.
10 years ago, on the night of October 31st, a small Midwestern town fell victim to an escaped killer. Under the cover of darkness, he carried out the most horrifying mass murder on record. 16 people in cold blood. Ever since that night, no one has forgotten his name. And Halloween has never been the same. Now, Michael Myers has come home. He has returned for one more night of unholy terror.
Michael! Somebody help me!
He's here to kill that little girl and anybody who gets in his way.
Oh, God!
Who's gonna be next?
Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers.
Maybe nobody knows how to stop him.
So just chill out. You know, drink a 7-Up, eat a moon pie, quit murdering people.
Words to live by. Yeah, Halloween 4, The Return of Stabby Boy can be found on Shudder.com. And stay tuned for the mid-roll, and you'll get a special treat for your Halloween, where we give you 15, 30, how much?
We give you 30-day
30-day free trial
to Shudder.
It's only been...
You use code HMT at checkout.
It's only been 3 years that they've been a sponsor. Okay, remember how Michael Myers was burned in fire? No, you don't. Shut up. He's fine. He was just resting. 10 years have passed since the events of Halloween 1 and 2, the first ones, and Michael Myers has awakened from a coma to escape from a prison transport.
Sounds realistic.
Yeah. He hears that he has a niece and will stop at nothing to kill her because that's kind of his thing. So Halloween is a Halloween movie. It's got Michael Myers, and you should pretty much know what it is just by reading the title. You're going to get kills. You're going to have a stabby boy. The only difference is going to be the tone of the film and the quality of kills. Halloween 4 goes full retired. This is the first Halloween movie where I kind of get it, where like the first two was like, they're like proto slashers. It's before it became a thing.
The first one, yes. The second one, kind of much more into those wheel tracks.
And then this one, it really turns a corner, because once they allow Michael Myers to just poke a hole in the skull of someone with his thumb, we've just reached a new level of retired.
Yeah, I mean,
but that was a prosthetic hand though. That wasn't really Michael Myers. If you look
What?
closely, you can see yeah,
You're kidding me.
You know,
He didn't actually poke a hole through his head? Yeah. So the series really turns a corner with this one. Now he's not just a guy with a knife. His hands are knives too.
Yeah, he's very handsy in this one. He's very into putting his hands on your face and pushing.
Yeah. I enjoyed this entry a little more than the first two, but it's still limited by what it is. Loomis emphatically reminding us that Michael is not human, but evil. And various
Did
characters.
you just say you like this better than the original Halloween?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh my god!
I mean, not by much. Well, I don't know. Actually, I think my score will betray that because I think I probably scored it lower than the first.
I mean, the original Halloween is a transcending movie. That should be automatically a 10. So that means Halloween 4, in theory, is definitely an 11.
Yeah, you would think. So you get lots of kills. All the other characters are kind of fodder. They try to bring in, some characters that are going to be through points.
So just an FYI here, everyone. Bugsy's been making a big point of taking big rips off of his bong this whole time. This is the quality you want in a rapper, I would assume.
Right.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, this is what you get.
It's authentic.
Is this all part of the rap life? Or do you have
it's
joint
part of
pain?
No.
Do you have glaucoma?
It's back pain from riding my motorcycles.
Oh.
Coming back from Daytona and Bike Week, that was kind of like my spring break.
Hell yeah! Did you get any? Did you get any poon out there in Daytona? Daytona Speedway, woo! Show me your butthole.
That's pretty much exactly what happened. I get poon, in between, there and then back. I try to fit a little bit poon in my day.
I love it.
I'm into the poon.
These East Coast guys are always into the poon. I'm telling you.
And
poon,
we're not?
Nothing wrong with a little bit of poon.
It's switched. It's somewhere in the 90s. It switched coasts. It was like, nah.
Unless you're making a Halloween Kills movie, then they don't want any poon living in the Myers house. But, nothing wrong with poon. Yeah.
Okay, so let's move. Yeah, let's move on to scores. Let's not wait any longer and let us know what we really think.
Yeah, what do you think?
I give it a score of 7 out of 10.
Oof. Now see, I don't disagree with that. You're perfectly welcome to your own opinion, but I'm interested to hear what Bugsy thinks about that score specifically.
What do I think? Coming from Bryce, that's I know he's not into slashers, Maybe if it was some really slow burn, pretentious film, he'd probably give it a 10. But I'll take a 7 all day.
Does it disappoint you?
It doesn't, because I can't expect him to understand how good this movie is. He's not a slasher fan. Mm-hmm. He's not a Halloween fanatic. He just doesn't understand a good horror movie when he sees one. David, what is your score?
Yeah, so my score actually is going to disappoint you a little bit more than that. This is, for me, okay, so to give you, we get a lot of shade cast on us about the slashers thing. And to be honest with you, I've, this year specifically, I've run a train on almost all the slasher series. So I've watched all the Friday the 13th. I've watched all the Nightmares on Elm Streets. I won't watch all the Halloweens, but we've reviewed more Halloweens than any of the others almost combined. And I think the two that we're really behind on is Child's Play and Hellraiser. But anywho, this one, it was the first. This started real strong. And then it kind of lost me in the last act. It just wasn't super engaged, so I got to go with a 6.
Are you kidding me?
You know what?
You weren't engaged in the final act of this film.
No.
This has one of the best final acts in horror slasher history. How are you not engaged? What lost?
I want to
know.
Great.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think Friday the 13th Part 6 definitely outdoes this one.
You just like Jason.
I do enjoy Jason, but I mean, there's also, I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street, the original is I don't know. There's an interesting thing with Michael Myers, and it's like, what's the question with slashers is what's the gimmick, right? Each one has its gimmick, right? And with Friday the 13th, you get like just goofy and schlocky and just full retired all over the place. With Nightmare on Elm Street, you get kind of this meta commentary, plus it's kind of sci-fi too. You know, it's between dreams. And with Halloween, the gimmick is seriousness, right?
I feel like for Friday the 13th too, the gimmick significantly is tits.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
The gimmick for Friday the 13th, besides tits, is also it being a holiday, because they just wanted to copy making a movie on a holiday and ride that Halloween train. And then also,
yeah,
the
but arguably,
stuff.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No. And then the nightmare stuff, Freddy, coming about, etc. Didn't they film like the interior? Wasn't the interior from the house on Nightmare on Elm Street used in the Halloween? I'm pretty sure it was in Halloween, the original Halloween, Babysitter's House. Excuse my OG Halloween. That's the bong right now. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that like there's an actual house in Nightmare on Elm Street that's from the original Halloween movie. So it's like both movies pay homage to Halloween and their franchises in one way or another.
Sure.
So
sure.
I feel like Halloween 4 really, was a mixture of it had elements of the Freddy, it had elements of the, more strong slasher like say Jason or so. But Halloween 4 was like Terminator before Terminator was Terminator in a way. So it's like I feel like
that's not true, because Halloween 4 comes out. Halloween 4 came out in what, 88? 89?
It might have been. No. Halloween 4 came out in 88. I'm pretty sure Halloween 4 was pre-Terminator. It was definitely pre-Terminator 2.
Terminator was 84, I believe.
Let me see.
Well, anyways.
In any event, my point is the gimmick with Halloween is very serious and evil. Mm-hmm. And it had me kind of riveted with the ambiance at the start of the movie, and then it just kind of just tapered off for me. My interest kind of waned at the end, and so that's why it just was. I kind of looking at my watch a little bit, and I'm sorry. Like,
yeah,
I get it. If this is your jam, like, and the other thing I have to ask you about this, Bugsy, is when did you first watch this?
Okay, so you're right. Terminator was 84, and then so I was thinking Terminator 2.
Sure,
I was thinking Terminator 2. You're right there. Okay, but when I first watched this, I saw the original Halloween as a kid. My mom's a huge diehard Halloween fan, so she introduced me to that. My first nightmare was like I'm pretty sure it's Freddy's Dead or one of them Freddy's where the dude falls from a parachute because Freddy cuts the damn parachute. But I was always frightened of Halloween. I started getting into my own Halloweens and watching them for myself as a kid. Go to Blockbuster, you'd see the VHS tapes, I would see, oh shit, Halloween, and you'd see the different covers, and back then it would scare the hell out of me. So I remember, watching 3 didn't have Myers and I was pissed. But 4, I definitely watched since I was a kid, watched since I was younger. But it's not like the nostalgic factor is why I like it, if that's what you're asking. I like it because of a lot of different reasons.
Okay. And what's your score for this one, and then get into the reasons why? My
score for this one, all right, for me, the original OG Halloween has got to be the best. I wouldn't have seen Halloween 4 if it wasn't for the OG. A lot of these slashers, etc., wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the OG.
True.
So, the OG to me has to be a 10 because it, the whole genre came from it. So for me, I feel, Halloween 2, John Carpenter didn't even want to do that. He had to get drunk, just to write the script for that.
What about this one?
Halloween 4?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So 2 dropped, and then 3 didn't have Myers, whatever. So 4 brought back the entire franchise. 4 had to resurrect it when everybody else wanted to get rid of it. 4, had to introduce Jamie Lloyd, Danielle Harris. I fucking love Danielle Harris. If she ever listens to this, I would love to bang Danielle Harris.
Okay.
But Yeah, I'm giving this a 9. I'm giving it a 9 simply because it brought back the entire franchise. We wouldn't be where we're at now without this movie if they would have just stopped at 3.
Where does it lose a point for you? I thought you said this was your favorite.
It is my favorite, but it didn't. I'm going off of your rating, right? Your rating is it has a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10 is gonna a genre's coming off of it, like Jaws or something. It's a 10 out of 10. Did y'all give Jaws a 10 out of 10?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I was about to, but so for me, Halloween is the Jaws of slashers. Okay. So I can't give Halloween 4 higher than because it didn't inspire as much.
No, I'm getting.
But for me,
okay.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? But enjoyable wise, if I'm throwing on a Halloween movie and I just want to fucking love it, not to say it doesn't have flaws, but we'll get into that. Because I could point out there's a lot of funny little things with this movie. Like, did you see the pink mask?
Yeah.
The pink mask.
Yeah. There's some trivia that I read on IMDb, which is funny. They're not super concerned about continuity or like past movies or appearance of Michael Myers at any given moment necessarily.
Yeah. No, that seems reasonable. It seems like the mask changed just a little bit, whereas with it's particularly like the first couple Friday the 13th, you get vast changes in appearance, but in the Halloween series, you get these little tweaks that are kind of like
Well, we'll get into it in the spoiler section. Yeah. So okay, cool. So those are our scores. I'm actually kind of surprised, Bugsy. You were really close on predictions of what our scores were. You just flipped us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
it's like I listen to you guys all the time or something.
Well, you say that, but then you asked what Midnight Mass was on the live stream.
Well, it's like I don't know. Midnight Mass sounds like a gay porno.
Okay.
No, that's Midnight Ass.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get into spoilers, let's take some time and talk about our beloved sponsors. Oops. So first up, we have our favorite sponsor. We got nightchannels.com. That's where you go to get the coolest, most niche horror, occult, metal, alternative music. What else?
All that stuff.
All that feel for apparel to put on your body. So t-shirts and hoodies. And they've got designs that you're not going to see anywhere else. And you can really flaunt your knowledge of horror and your love of the genre if you go there. We just ask you to do one thing. Take the Night Channels challenge. That's you going to nightchannels.com and just browsing. That's all you got to do. Because you're going to find something that you like. And when you do, take security in knowing that you'll get a discount with code HMT. You'll get a 13% discount on your entire order. So, they got great shirts. Our fans love them. They post regularly on our Facebook group, and everyone's bragging about their swag from Night Channels.
Yeah, and right now I got to say, so last night I took 2.5 hours and sat down and watched the new Dune on HBO Max, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a really good movie, but. Man, if you want to rep a Dune shirt a Dune design that you've never seen before, nightchannels.com. Mm-hmm. Got a Dune shirt with a big ass, badass looking sandworm on there. Whoa, sandworms. You hate them, right? Me too.
David, did you know that stress can cause severe hair loss?
What?
With so much going on in the country, Americans are suffering from stress more than ever before, from dealing with COVID-19, politics, the economy. 84% of adults have reported feeling stress, which is causing people of all ages and backgrounds to experience some form of hair loss.
Even babies? They barely have any hair at all.
Well, they don't have very much stress, though.
Well, that's true. I don't know. What could be more stressful than being born?
Well, they're dumb. So that's why Horror Movie Talk is sponsored by DS Laboratories, a leading company in hair care which has formulated a nutritional supplement that specifically targets hair loss and thinning hair due to stress. Revita SOD antioxidant tablets are formulated with all the body's necessary nutrients and ingredients required to sustain a healthy head of hair, as well as provide support for your skin and nails. Formulated with premium ingredients such as ashwagandha. Yeah. I think that was, I think they get that from the Black Panthers' homeland. Ashwagandha. And superoxide dismutase, which are clinically proven to combat stress-induced hair loss.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The best part.
The best part is you don't have to travel to Wakanda to get it.
No.
We bring it straight to you.
Wakanda. That was the name I was looking for. So, yeah, the best part. Do you want to hear the best part, David?
Please.
You only need to take 1 tablet per day to see results in as little as 90 days, unlike other supplement brands where it makes you take up to 4 per day. Right now, you can get Revita SOD and get 15% off your first order with code HORROR15. That's HORROR 15. This is our unique code, so you can show them that we sent you and support the podcast. By the way, this is a site-wide code that works for all products. Not a supplement person? No problem. They have a complete line of hair care products, from shampoos and conditioners to hair serums that are recommended by top dermatologists around the world and have over 10,000 positive reviews. These products help anyone that suffers with any type of hair loss, whether it's genetic, hormonal, dietary, or others. Put the stress behind you and start looking forward to your best hair days. Visit dslaboratories.com. That's DSLABORATORIES.com right now and use our code HORROR15 to get 15% off.
And you know what? If you are a fan of the Halloween series and you're like Bugsy and want to give it a 9 out of 10 for Halloween 4, The Return of Mike Myers, what you should do right now is head on over to Shudder.com and use code HMT at checkout, and you'll get 30 days of a free trial to Shudder, which is the Netflix of horror. This is a streaming service that is exclusively deals in horror shows, movies, and original series. Also, they even have some podcasts on there. So you head on over to Shudder.com. That's SHUDDER.com. Use that code HMT at checkout, and you get a 30-day free trial to just mash your way through the entire catalog. And you know what? Halloween 4, The Return of Mike Myers is on there. So is Halloween 5. So is the original Halloween. So is Texas Chainsaw. So is so much other good stuff. House and House 2. These are tremendously fun movies.
Yeah. As of the release of this episode, it's just a couple days to Halloween. So check out Shudder.com and get that 30-day free trial. If you're listening to these commercials and you don't like it, there's a way that you don't need to listen to them. If you go to our Patreon and subscribe to a certain tier, you'll get early access to episodes once we edit it, as well as no ads. We cut out all the ads. So go to patreon.com/horrormovietalk, check out the different tiers, and you'll find something that you like. Probably the most popular thing that we do is the Afterpod, where we leave the mics running, and it's basically a whole separate podcast if you like us.
Yeah, and you know, if you like the show, it is a free show that we make available to the public every week, and it does take a lot of time and effort. So if you want to support us, toss a couple of ducats our way. You can. The best way to do that is number one, Patreon, becoming a patron, and for the cost of a cup of coffee each month, 1 cup of coffee each month, you can really make a difference in our lives. And you know who's been a long-time supporter and patron of Horror Movie Talk is Bugsy Siegel over here. So how do you like being a patron?
I mean, I just had to sit through the ads even though I'm a patron, so I'm kind of,
This is the life of privilege that patrons get to lead.
This is a bunch of bullshit is what it is.
It's bittersweet. No, I love it. I love you guys. I consider you all family.
So yeah, we thank you, Bugsy, and glad you're on the episode.
Of course.
If you know of us, you've probably seen our featured images for each episode, and those are done by our resident artist, Dustin Goebel. He's a professional artist who fucks hard. He also takes commissions for artwork from HMT fans. Contact him at dgoebel00 on Instagram and make your artistic dreams come true. Tell him HMT sent you.
Dude, did you see the Halloween Kills artwork he did?
Yeah, that's pretty kick-ass.
I did. I want him to draw. I want Dustin to draw me.
Oh, he'll
I want
do
him
it.
to draw me like Titanic or like Family Guy. Like I want him to draw me like a pretty.
You want like nice? You want like nice round cans or like big floppy slappers? Like, what are you looking for here?
No, I just want to get nude and have Dustin draw me. I heard he fucks hard.
That definitely costs extra, I'm sure.
Yeah. Man, his artwork for Lamb was kick-ass too, man.
Well, everything he touches just turns to gold, especially that leprechaun artwork.
Yeah. Finally, if you want to leave us a voicemail, call 682-253-4468. Later on in the episode, we'll be checking voicemail, and you might hear yourself. So thanks again for listening. Let's get into spoilers. Spoilers.
Yes, there absolutely will be a margarita in my mouth. Spring break! Woo!
So, yeah, I mean, for such a simple movie, I sure had a lot of bullet points to talk about, or things that I notated. I usually write a lot more when I'm watching on my computer because I can actually type it out and get it all out. First thing I want to talk about is how this movie has no John Carpenter involvement at all.
Not true. The music is written by him.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Stupid. Got you.
So, like, apparently the story is he wrote a treatment for this, and they just said, nah. And apparently there's a lot of concepts in Halloween Kills that they use from that treatment. Like when I heard about the differences between his treatment and Halloween 4. But yeah, he just like said fuck it after they kind of threw out a bunch of his concepts that he wanted to use. What he wanted to do was basically have Michael Myers dead and have him more be like a ghost presence and more like ethereal or more like supernatural. And it feels like that's kind of where Halloween Kills is kind of guiding.
Yeah, it's kind of It's kind of.
They're like he's becoming. He's not a man anymore. He's becoming something else. And yeah. Anyways,
say goodbye to these because it's the last time.
It's the last.
But the other, I mean, John Carpenter has great ideas, but if you look at his career, he does not have a lot of commercial success.
No,
like he does not have a great track record for his ideas to like sell. And yeah, I mean, they stand the test of time. I mean, The Thing and
great movie.
Escape from New York or whatever. I mean, they're not necessarily great movies, but they're so unique and they have like this auteur feel to them to where they.
What does that mean? Auteur.
You said The Thing's not a great movie?
I said it was a great movie, but it wasn't commercially successful.
Yeah, that's true. It's a cult classic now.
Yeah.
He has a lot of cult classics.
And Halloween 2 weren't necessarily huge successes. I mean, Friday the 13th just came out and copied Halloween, somehow made a ton more money, and probably has some.
You said Halloween, the original, wasn't a huge success?
I didn't think it was. Was it?
No, I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure that's what boosted everybody's career to the next level. I think Halloween definitely was a breakout film back then for sure. I'm
well,
pretty
anyways,
sure.
On career wide, like lots of like unique movies like Big Trouble in Little China, movies that you know about and like are very unique, but they did not do successful in theaters. And,
did he do Assault on Precinct 13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like all the remakes of all this stuff do way better than his version.
I think Assault on Precinct 13 did good overseas. I'm pretty sure that's the movie that blew up in like London or something.
Yeah, I think you're right. That one got real big in England, and then like it got released here, kind of flopped, went over to England, and it was like.
I mean, even with the Halloween franchise, this is coming off of Halloween 3: Season of the Witch, and it's like, oh yeah, we got a good thing going with Michael Myers. People really seem to be okay. Fuck that. Let's talk about Irish Stonehenge witches.
Yeah, Bugsy's definitely right in terms of how Halloween did. It raked in $70 million worldwide, making it one of the most successful independent film releases at the time.
Okay, well, I'm wrong on that one. So
what else is Bryce wrong about? Let's play.
You're gonna have Halloween fans angry.
So
just took a shit on the whole franchise.
No.
The other thing about Halloween 4 that I noticed is how much Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills heavily borrow from this film. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
There's just a lot of like feels and a lot of like things that they borrowed from this, especially Halloween Kills. Like
they don't do it as well. Nowhere close to as well, though. That's the issue.
So like in Halloween 2018, they have the prison transport where Michael Myers escapes. And in this movie, it's an ambulance, but he's being transported from one place to another. And that's
they like transporting him.
Yeah. And then in both he's kind of comatose. In Halloween 2018, he's like able to stand and walk around, but he's not responsive at all. But I guess that's kind of his thing.
I have a quick question here. So you've seen, obviously, okay, first of all, we're not experts in the Halloween franchise. It's not necessarily our forte. We're not huge fans necessarily. But Bugsy definitely is. How did you like the new Halloween Kills, Bugsy? And what did you think about what we had to say about that?
Well, remember, you remember in 2018, the H18, how they had the crazy guy that was like obsessed with shoelaces?
Vaguely.
It was the guy that had like the umbrella, and his whole thing was like, tuck your shoelace in or whatever. You don't underestimate no one. That's how I feel looking at your shoelace right now, because you have like that one singular. But how did I feel about Halloween Kills?
Yeah, how did you feel about Halloween Kills, and how do you feel about what we said about it?
Okay, I like Halloween Kills. That's a generic statement. When I first saw it, I guess the hype is always real when you see a movie, especially when you read the script and everything. So I kind of knew what it was going to be going into it. After seeing it like 2 times in theaters, watching it like a half dozen times on Peacock, I like Michael Myers in it. I don't like any of the political jargon and agenda and just all the extra bullshit they try to cram down your throat. I don't feel it needs it. I feel like, they wanted to get rid of the whole Laurie Strode, Laurie versus Michael thing, because they're not related now. But they've still kind of found a way to make it all about them because, even though she's not that much in the second movie, in Kills, they definitely spent a lot of time with the family, and then now we're waiting
around them.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're waiting for the third movie. That's going to be now everybody, because if they were to just throw Laurie and her family out and just have it be just Michael Myers, people would be pissed because they'd want to see the Laurie. Like so many people are, if you look at votes online, like who's the favorite final girl from the franchise, or who's the favorite character, everybody's a Laurie Strode fan. So it's kind of like they don't want to revolve it around her, but they kind of do. Yeah, so I'm kind of sick of it. And then
you're left with in Halloween Kills just watching Laurie Strode be an old woman in a bed for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
it's riveting.
It's and then they had that really dramatic scene, music and like fucking pretentious like love scene between her and Hawkins, and it's like I'm not gonna put any spoilers out there, but I'm hearing things about kills, ends between Hawkins and Laurie. There might be some more character development there that's kind of fucking stupid. But overall, I liked it better than Halloween 2018. When we went to see 2018, me and my mom, my ex-girlfriend, my mom was like, this movie fucking sucks in the theater. I took her to saw Kills, and as we were leaving, she said she enjoyed it. She had a good time. So, and she's like raw. She's from like Jersey and like just as loud and obnoxious. And if she doesn't like something, she'll speak her mind. And she seemed to enjoy Kills. I set up Peacock for her to watch it. I like it. There's a couple things I don't like. If we're talking about Kills, just real quick, I don't like how they they keep making all the male characters in this fucking stupid. If you're male, you don't know how to use a gun at all. If you're a woman, you know how to use a weapon, except for when Michael Myers kicks the Desert Eagle and blows the girl's head off. I was happy with that. The gay couple shit, I have nothing wrong with gay people at all. I have nothing, not a homophobe or whatever. I just feel like they were spending too much time on it, and it's just like the Little John, Big John. I mean, it's just like...
Is that hit rapper and artist DaBaby?
Yeah, I heard. He got canceled. It's like I don't have any problem with it, but it's just like Little Nas X. The whole gay thing right now. That's just hot. So I just feel like they're trying to.
Would you go gay to blow up?
Would I go? I would blow anybody to blow up.
Yeah. You heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here first. So if anybody is listening to this.
If there's like the gay Harvey Weinstein of record labels.
Hey, I'm a fan. I love all the Dimension movies. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. Holler, Bugsy. So yeah, the other things that are common between Halloween Kills and Halloween 4, you got so this is from Halloween 2018, the roadside service station scene.
Yeah.
Very familiar.
And from Season of the Witch.
Witch. And then from Halloween Kills, or Halloween Kills borrows like the bar full of vigilantes and the mob justice element. But no evil dies tonight in Halloween 4.
Evil
unfortunately.
Dies
evil dies tonight.
I love it opens up with them with like the ambulance drivers being led through this like sanatorium or whatever, and the commentary from this like I don't know what he is, like just an attendee, and he's like, this
wild-eyed attendee.
This place is evil. Jesus ain't got nothing to do with this place. Welcome to hell. I'm like, okay, we get it. It's not a good place. Shut the fuck up about it. We're just here to pick up a dude.
Looks like that guy from Goodfellas. Who's the main character from Goodfellas? What's that guy's name?
Ray Liotta?
Yes. He kind of looks like him, like his ugly brother.
Okay.
He looks like one of the guys from Reservoir Dogs in a lot of the... He reminds me of... You know who I'm talking about.
What's his name?
The guy with the little shifty eyes. Yeah. So, let's see here.
But anyways, he's like really... That's the thing about these Halloween movies and kind of the feature of having Dr. Loomis in it. It's you got to reinforce how evil is.
Right.
And
so evil.
That Michael is evil, and everything where he is, it's evil, and stuff is evil, and he's not human. He's evil.
Well,
he's not human anymore. He hasn't been human for a while. What is he? Evil. It's just like, okay. I say that, but it actually does add something to the movie. Like, it is a kind of a feature and a tone for it, and that's like... I do feel that Loomis adds that, and once he leaves the series, it kind of is missing that. And when you try to re-inject it with a Loomis stand-in, so like 2018 Halloween had basically the same character with a different name, that crazed doctor, and then in Halloween Kills, it just has every single person in Haddonfield. It stands in for Dr. Loomis, and he's like, he's evil. 40 years ago, he's evil. 40 years ago, he was evil, and he's evil today. And he's coming, and he's going to be evil. And did you remember 40 years ago, he brought evil into our lives, and it's evil.
Yeah, actually, in this one, in Halloween 4, this is what really kind of worked for me about the movie, was the ambiance at the start was dark. And they immediately set the whole thing around a little girl, like a really sweet, innocent little girl who gets picked on relentlessly and is an orphan.
Right. Like they chide her for being an orphan.
You're an orphan.
Is it Jamie? What's her name?
Is it Jamie?
What's the name of the little girl, Dustin?
That little girl grew up to be sexy.
Yeah, Jamie. Jamie is an orphan. Can you imagine? Like, I know kids can be cruel, but were kids ever that cruel?
Holy shit.
Because why would you care about whether someone's an orphan? But I don't know. Maybe.
No, kids are assholes for sure. I could see it.
That's true.
I could see it. Because you got to realize that's a tie back to the original too, when they were when Lonnie and the kids were bullying Tommy Doyle. Remember the little kid smashed his pumpkin leaving school or whatever, you know. So that's kind of like a callback to like, look, it's 10 years later, people are still bullying people. The real problem is that fucking school. They need to stop bullying at Haddonfield. Yeah,
they need to have a zero tolerance for bullying at Haddonfield Elementary School.
But this premise and the ambiance of this movie at the start is so dark and depressing and weird that it works really well to set the stage for me. Like it piqued my interest a lot. I was like, wow, they're willing to go really hard in the cruelty department. And
not to mention that like lighting and atmosphere, music, and the score.
What was the year for this?
Sorry, what was that, Bugsy?
No, Bryce said, what did you say? What's the year? 1988?
Yeah, okay.
For this movie? But no, I was saying like just that intro. The intro is amazing. That's like one of the best intros of the movies in the entire franchise. It really sets the mood for Halloween. Like I believe, even though they filmed it in Salt Lake City, there's no mountains, in Illinois. I don't think it really feels like it's Halloween. You're in the Midwest and you're
yeah. No, you're definitely right.
Yeah. I didn't know it was filmed in Salt Lake City. I usually notice that almost immediately when I see like the Wasatch Mountains.
Yeah, 4 and 5 were both filmed there.
So
pretty sure
it's 88, and it starts getting. It's interesting to me because I start getting 90s vibes from it, just from the production quality and like the attitude. Like for example, when the ambulance drivers are like loading him in very seriously, like he's like a missile. He's like locked and loaded. Let's roll. It's like, all right. Do you think any ambulance drivers take their job that seriously?
Locked and loaded.
When you're transporting Michael Myers,
they're probably just like transporting hospital patients and like talking about who's fucking each other. It's like,
I love how they didn't handcuff him. I get it's funny that like I get he's knocked out, he's a patient, but you would think like they would have still handcuffed him or did anything or had any type of arm guard.
Well, they didn't understand, Bugsy, that Michael Myers was evil. They didn't hear that 20 times yet.
Evil spelled backwards is live.
And the best part for me is the kill in this amber lamps. Where Michael Myers just so simple yet so effective and just made me gleeful. And this is probably why it gets like a 7 instead of a 5 for me. This singular kill where Michael Myers just simply puts his thumb through the middle of the guy's forehead.
I mean, I'm only crushing your heads. Crushing your heads.
It's just something I've never seen before. It's like, okay.
It's an amazing kill.
This is why we go to slashers. Someone putting a thumb through someone's forehead.
Just his forehead.
Yeah. How hard is your forehead?
Imagine him trying to finger fuck somebody.
Wow. Oh, Jesus.
It would go through like...
come out of throat.
Finger pop.
Yeah, so that... I don't know why I love that kill so much, but that really set the tone for the rest of the movie in terms of kills.
Good kill. You can see the hand. You can see the prosthetic hand if you watch it and you pause it. You look at like the bottom right corner. You can see that it's like a prosthetic hand. It's funny.
So it's a prosthetic hand so that the thumb gives instead of the forehead, I suppose.
Probably.
So
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
The thumb starts disappearing into itself. Probably. It's like soft. Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think that they actually murder this guy.
Wow.
Oh. Well, you can dream.
It was before it was legal to do that.
Before it was legal. This has actually came in right after they said no more killing in movies.
Oh yeah, it's after that was legal.
Right.
So sure. I just love how everyone's so mean to Jamie that like they're making fun of her for being an orphan. Her sister's like really making sure that she knows that she's not a real sister.
Yeah, it was unbelievable cruelty to this poor little girl.
I mean, we had to know the situation. I mean, all they gave us of Jamie Lee Curtis was a fucking picture in a shoebox. So, I mean, if you missed that split second, you don't know any of how the movie's tied together at all.
Yeah, so how is it tied together? Like, she's related to Michael Myers, but
Jamie Lee Curtis, its character is Jamie Lloyd's mom. So they named Jamie Lloyd as a nod to Jamie Lee Curtis. Apparently, like, Jamie Lee Curtis survived Michael Myers both those times, but dies in a off-screen car accident.
Oh,
because I thought they went without.
And
her
it was
being
11
his,
months.
his sister.
It was 11 months after her mom died, and now she's in that other home or whatever. And so, it hasn't even been a year yet. And I guess that Rachel was babysat back in the day because, Jamie Lee Curtis's character, Laurie Strode, she's a babysitter. So I think she babysat Rachel back in the day because Jamie Lloyd, Danielle Harris' character, makes a point to say, like, oh, your mom used to I wish my mom could babysit me like she used to do you back when, because she's dead. But they didn't really give us any type of like heavy-handed, like what the connection is. Like, if you miss that one little scene right there, you will miss it. So I mean, that's one of the little flaws, but at the same time, fuck it. Because
it's also like they're trying to make it a thing that like Michael Myers is coming after his niece, but like it's never really communicated that he cares about her any more than anyone else, really.
I mean, yeah, sure it is. He chases her throughout the majority of the third act.
Yeah, but she could have been anyone, right?
I guess, but she's
how
not.
did she know what his mask looked like? His new mask looked before he stole it.
Yeah, that was a good question. Like, she has a nightmare where she sees Michael Myers. Like, how could she even see?
That's how evil works.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
it penetrates her dreams.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's where the connection with Nightmare on Elm Street is.
Oh,
yeah. Michael Myers.
You need that merman, SpongeMan. You need that SpongeBob evil drop. Evil. It's perfect.
Okay. What else? Oh yeah, I like the 80s dad, where the dad leans over and dips his tie in the coffee, and he gets mad at his wife. He's like, "Hey, you bitch! I dipped my tie in the fucking coffee you made." Bitch.
Stupid.
It's like,
the parents in this were ridiculous. They were ridiculous because they're like, she's like, I can't remember it's her name, the main character of the whole movie. But her parents are like, hey, you got to babysit because our babysitter dipped on us. And she's like, no, I got a date. And they're like, yeah, well, we do too. Like, no, we just had a thing. It's very important for us to go out. She's like, yeah, but what am I supposed to? And they're like, everybody's like throwing their hands up in the air. There it is. There's a SpongeBob evil drop.
Let's see.
It's fun.
Yeah. So, okay. So some trivia that I came up with was, that we already talked a little bit about this, but I'll just read this straight from IMDb. So series creator John Carpenter wrote a treatment for this film that had more ghostly psychological approach to Michael Myers, concerned the town of Haddonfield and what effect the events of the first two films had on its citizens. This concept was later rejected by the producers in favor of the typical slasher fare, at which point Carpenter left out of the film, making this the first in the series to have no participation from him. So yeah, that's definitely something that they used in Halloween Kills. It's like the town-wide trauma of this guy that killed 7 people 40 years ago.
Yeah, so maybe the studio was right on this one.
Yeah, exactly. Going back to my point, John Carpenter doesn't have the best commercial ideas, but when other people make it, it makes a lot of money.
I mean, it's and there's a hit or miss aspect to it as well. You know, the thing is, I mean, undeniably the right move every step of the way. And it's done.
JC is a god.
Yeah, I mean, but Assault on Precinct 13, hot trash. It's not a great movie.
Do you know how much London pussy he got? He was like Austin Powers.
Was he really?
Probably.
Do you know how much London pussy he got?
Give me a count. Another piece of trivia. This isn't important, but one that I just loved was leaves had to be imported and squash was painted to look like pumpkins.
Sir, why don't you just use real cows?
Cows don't look like cows on film. You gotta use horses.
What do you do if you want something that looks like a horse?
Usually we just tape a bunch of cats together.
So there is a couple times in the movie where I notice, like, that's a weird looking pumpkin.
That's a funky pumpkin.
Because it's like just some random gourd that they painted to look kind of like a pumpkin so they could make a jack-o'-lantern. And then the same thing with Halloween, the original Halloween. I think they had to like they had to paint the leaves to be the fall. Like, why can't you just, wait and film in the fall?
Shut up.
They don't have those kind of leaves in L.A. where they filmed the original Halloween. And I hear that, Robert Englund, the Freddy Krueger character, I actually hear he worked on the set and was actually one of the people that did the leaves in the original Halloween.
Yeah, I heard that as well. Yeah, I heard that he was the leaf wrangler for the original Halloween.
Yep. Once again.
Sir, why don't you just use real cows?
Cows don't look like cows on film. You gotta use horses.
So, that was an interesting thing. So, I love... so, Loomis is in this movie, and he's kind of like one of the through lines is him hunting down Michael Myers, and he stumbles upon him in the roadside station. And he's the worst shot in history because
Michael Myers is a ghost.
You see him see Myers in the distance, and then you see him shoot, and he's just shooting at nothing because Michael Myers already walked out of the screen. So if you fill in the blanks, it's like he sees Michael Myers. Michael Myers, he's not a fast boy. He slowly walks out of the door frame, and that's when Loomis decides to shoot.
No, he could have. An alternative situation that could have happened in this, no doubt, very ridiculous seeming scene is Loomis points the gun. He doesn't have it held with two hands. It's a pistol. He has it held with one hand. Pistols are very hard to hit your target with.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. It's fucking impossible to hit your shit with the pistol unless you're right up next to it. Anyway, so he points it with one hand and he fires, 4 or 5 shots, and he just draws a circle around Michael, and then Michael steps off screen right before the camera
as it
pans.
cuts.
Right.
Okay, I see. Well, also in Halloween 2, we learned that Loomis shot him 6 times. We hear that several times.
But that wasn't a 45. That's why he has a 45 in Halloween 4. And I think what they were trying to do is, if you remember in the Halloween 78, when Myers was behind the bed sheets that were hanging outside, how he kind of disappeared within the bed sheets, I feel like that's what they were trying to do there. I don't feel like it was supposed to be like a physical, like he's that quick and dodging bullets. I think it was supposed to be more like, oh shit, he disappeared, kind of similar, maybe paying homage to the original there.
Yeah, like a head fuck kind of thing. Like he's in everybody's head so much that he can kind of.
But right there when Loomis, God damn you, Michael, or whatever the fuck he says right there is one of the greatest lines in history. That is the Donald Pleasance, and that character at that moment is who I thrive to be in life. That is my spirit. If I ever run into Michael Myers, I'm shooting just like he did.
You're going to be a Loomis.
So
I am.
We got to talk about the mask in this movie because it's kind of a complete different mask from the rest of the series. And I read in the trivia how it happened. They had the original face casting of William Shatner that was the basis for the mask in 1 and 2. And they recast the mask, except when they did it, the mask was pink, like a pink tone, like a skin tone.
Okay, like the stuff used to make the mask?
Yeah, and then the hair was blonde. Oh. So like the people that made the mask never saw the first 2 movies that they're making this mask for. And so they had to paint the mask white. That's why it looks a little more lumpy and expressionless, because some of that texture and stuff gets painted out. And then they dyed the hair black. But you can still see some shots where they use the wrong mask, like the pink blonde-haired mask in the school sequence, like when he jumps on Loomis, he goes, "I'm Michael Myers." He has he has the pink mask on.
That doesn't bother me.
They were too tired to reshoot that, and they didn't want to put Donald Pleasance through it again.
Yeah. What else? Yeah, we're going a little long. Let's speed through this. Favorite kill? Bugsy, what's your favorite kill in the movie?
My favorite kill, I really like the Brady kill, I'd say off top. He's trying to protect his girl or whatever with the shotgun. Michael Myers, takes it, throws it, and he basically squashes his skull. That's a great kill right there. And there's a lot of tension with him coming up the stairs, and that's another terrible shot.
Yeah. Head squashes are always great.
Yeah, the
head squashes are my favorite.
All the head squash. I gotta say, one of the things that bothered me the most about this movie, blue balls all over the place. This woman had perhaps the best rack in all of slasher history. I mean, just you want to talk 11 out of 10. She was so beautiful. And you're like, okay, well, this is a slasher. We're going to get to see an amazing set.
So you're talking about Kathleen Kinmont, who played Kelly Meeker.
I love her. And this movie did me dirty because it was just constantly like, just covering them up.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are we doing here? What's going on?
Oh my God, ew, David. You're like a big dirty raccoon,
It
David.
felt like a big dirty raccoon.
And I think in the trivia it says that they did shoot a topless scene. There were several topless scenes that they cut out.
Very upset.
It's like, okay.
Look at your Instagram inbox. I just sent you guys a picture. And it will restore your blue.
Is nudity allowed on Instagram, by the way, just in public? Or is that, I'm thinking of Twitter?
Oh, there we go. Hey.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, those are, could you imagine being able to see those? Would that have upped the score at least a point for you?
Oh my God. It'd be a 10 out of 10. It transcends genre boundaries. Wow.
Yeah.
I like how quickly you were able to give me this very specific picture.
I've been there before. I'm going to use those later.
The other thing I love is
Wait.
Can we please have one conversation that's not about my rack, Michael?
Yeah, Michael.
Oh, shoot. Where is it?
Spring break.
I can't find my one titty drop. Oh.
It's not there. We have to carry on.
I can't.
Let me see one today.
Oh, here we go.
Can I see one today? Oh, girl, just give me one today.
I just want to see one of your titties, girl.
Just one.
That's David in this movie. So I love how there's one line that I just got a kick out of. After, all these people are murdered inside this house at the end, and her boyfriend is murdered by a skull crush in front of her eyes. Michael Myers is chasing after Rachel, and her response is, "Leave us alone."
Yeah, I love that line. Where he just murdered her boyfriend, and she runs up the stairs, and she's like, "Go away!
Leave us alone!
Don't,
Michael, you're being mean!
Don't
stop it!
Get out of here, you!" What if? And my thought was,
"You're a big bully. You know that, Michael."
What if that worked?
Right.
What if he was like, I gotta. Yeah, she's right.
She just farted.
You have a
should
good
have
point.
farted in that staircase. It would have slowed him down a little bit.
You
got to
wasp
wasp that in the mask.
So let's see. And then, yeah, I mean, I agree with Bugsy. I think this final act with them in the house is a really great set of scenes for slashers, because they're, of course, slasher movie logic. They have to lock it with a key from the inside so that they can't actually get out. And then the tile roof, scene's pretty great.
The house was supposed to be on fire.
Oh, was it?
The house was supposed to be on fire, but they ran out of budget to film that. So, I feel like they pulled it off better because less is sometimes more. But it was originally supposed to be a way bigger, final act, and the house was supposed to be on fire. There's going to be more fire than they bargained for. Yeah.
And then they kind of inexplicably move to the school. Loomis shows up and says, "We'll go to the school. It's safe there," for no apparent reason whatsoever, because everything's locked and it's not safe at all.
That's where the bullies are.
Yeah,
they'll bully Myers into the dirt.
And finally, once Myers gets a hold of what's her name? I already forgot it. Jamie.
Yeah.
Once he gets a hold of Jamie, he gets defeated by his only weakness.
What? Say goodbye to these!
Those are blue too!
He gets defeated by his only weakness, which is apparently cold gas from a fire extinguisher.
Yeah. Well, it's,
Makes sense, because it seems like fire doesn't affect him at all. He must be affected by cold or carbon
see. He
dioxide.
got something in his eye. He got shot in both eyes.
Yeah, but he had her ankle. You don't have to see someone to not let go of someone. Anyways,
it was cold.
He's a chilly boy.
Fair point.
Can barely concentrate with those knockers staring at me from that screen.
Are they still on the screen?
They're over there. Yeah, big old.
Set up as the wallpaper.
And then the ending comes. They run away. They drive away, but no, Stabby Boy is on the roof. And then they run him over. It's a pretty satisfying run over. And then the very epilogue is kind of, I don't know how I feel about it. When Jamie, is it Jamie? Yeah, when Jamie is still wearing the Michael Myers clown costume from the first Halloween, and then she stabs.
Inexplicable.
Yeah.
Inexplicable.
And Loomis is like, no! Yeah.
Did you see the football pads he was wearing when he got hit by the truck? How they had him in the shoulder pads or the hockey suit? How big he looked right there.
Well, I noticed they had no neck. All of a sudden, Michael Myers went from being the shape of Michael Myers to being Michael Myers with no neck. He's like, you can't see what I'm doing, but it's Well, put your shoulders up by your ears.
That ending was supposed to be one of the biggest twists ever in horror. And people look back on it, and I think it's funny though that he was about to shoot the little girl or whatever. He was about to shoot Jamie. First thing the sheriff does is take the gun from him, but then automatically points the gun for same place that Loomis was fucking planting it. He just grabs no, you don't kill evil. I'll kill evil.
You're too emotional for this. Let me do it.
Let me shoot this girl. If they would have shot the little girl in the face. And they end the franchise, right?
God damn, that would have been an automatic more points from me.
So let's finish this up. Who would like Halloween 4: The Return of Michael Myers? Tell you what, Halloween fans.
Yeah, oh yeah,
they'll like any of this shit. Sorry, Bugsy. No offense meant.
I'm gonna give your computer a virus.
So I don't know. This feels like a very solid entry into slasherdom.
Yep.
I think the ending is just inexplicable. But I'm not going to hold that against it because again, this is what you do with slashers. Mm-hmm. This is nuts. And what do you think, Bugsy? Who would like this?
All Halloween fans will love this movie. It's a great movie. It's if the OG is a little bit dated for you, a little bit slow, and you want something a little bit more modern, a little bit more fast paced, I'd say definitely 2's not going to give you that. 3 doesn't have Michael Myers, don't waste your time, and 4 is a great place to start. So Halloween 4, in my opinion, is one of the most enjoyable movies to watch in the entire Halloween franchise. Just can't say it's better than the OG because it wouldn't exist, but I love this movie. It's a great movie. Watch it immediately. ASAP, stop everything you're doing. Go buy it, whatever copy, whatever version. I have it on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, Shudder. Shudder's definitely a good option.
HMT at checkout.
I also have it on 4K.
30-day free trial.
Okay,
I think I've used like a dozen of your free trials now. I'm a bad.
Hey, that's not allowed. Don't do that.
No, we love that. Do that.
Yeah, do that. Okay, let's move on to the game that I'm resurrecting. Kill count. Wait for it. Wait for it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 36.
It's kill count.
45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50.
Ew, no, David. Ew, David.
I love it because that's David's most hated bit intro. It pains him every time.
I want to die. I just want to sink into nothingness.
Okay, so this game of kill count is going to be pitting David against Bugsy. It's a Halloween-themed kill count. I'll give you 2 movies from the Halloween franchise.
No cheating.
You have to tell me which one has the more kills.
Okay.
And I'll give you an extra point if you can't take too much time. I'll give you 5 seconds.
Okay.
But I'll give you an extra point if the one that you pick is the higher one, what the kill count is.
Quick question for Bugsy here. Bugsy, I'm going to guess, you've seen all the Halloween movies.
Multiple times.
And does that include what's that one after H2O? Is that Resurrection?
Resurrection?
Have you seen that one even?
Yeah.
And is that the worst one?
I think the worst one's 3 because it doesn't have Myers. I'm just a huge Myers fan.
And how do you feel about the zombie flicks?
I don't like the zombie ones that much. I was excited for it. The first one in 2007 when it first dropped, but I ended up in juvie. Had to watch it on bootleg. Sucked. Then I saw the H2 in theater, and that was weird because of the white horse. I don't like. Rob Zombie made Michael Myers talk, and he can go fuck himself for that.
He made him talk. See, now, I walked out of the first zombie Halloween movie. I was like, I'm not doing this. It just felt so gross. I was like, I don't need this in my head.
I like Danielle Harris in the second one because she's fucking hot. And Brad Dourif as the sheriff in that.
You mean in 5?
Great. No, in the second remake.
Oh.
Rob Zombie's Halloween. Yeah, Danielle Harris is that. But in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, Danielle Harris is also in the first one, but in the second one, I like the character development more between Brad Dourif and the daughter Danielle Harris.
All this to say, I'm at a huge disadvantage in this game. Huge.
So yeah, I'm gonna give like a 5 count in my head and say time's up because I know Bugsy's gonna actually go through his head and try to count all of the kills.
Okay.
I won't. I'll be quick. I'll be fair.
Okay. So first round. Halloween, the original 78 movie versus the one you were just talking about, Halloween Resurrection.
Ooh.
Which has the higher kill count? David, you go first.
I go first. I'm going to say Resurrection has the higher kill count. Do I have to come up with a number?
If you want to go for the extra point.
I'm going to go 11 kills. That seems like a lot.
Okay.
Bugsy. I'm going with Resurrection as well, and I'm going to say that it has, let's just say 10 kills.
You're not going to believe this. David, you got the extra point.
Damn, son.
It's Halloween Resurrection with 11 kills.
Try to go closest without going over with me. See what happens. This is the first time I've ever done well in one of these games ever.
Okay.
He's cheating.
Next up.
He's cheating.
I'm not.
Next up, Halloween 2 from 81 versus Halloween H2O 20 years later.
I mean, it's got to be the later one. I got to say H2O, and I'm going to say 8. 8 kills.
Okay.
In H2O.
I'm going with H2O as well, and I'm going to say 7 kills.
Bugsy, you get a bonus point, but you're both wrong.
Oh.
Because it's actually Halloween 2 has 10 kills. Halloween H2O has 7. So I'll give Bugsy an extra point for that.
Whoa, that's wild. You guessed the correct amount of kills for H2O.
Okay, next up. So you're at a tie right now. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch versus Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, what we're reviewing this episode.
I don't think that's fair.
No, we're not at a tie. I have 2 points and he has 1.
No, he got Halloween Resurrection on the first question.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's true. My apologies.
I'm choosing Halloween 3 simply because, like, he kills the entire planet of children.
Okay.
Wait, okay, so, I mean, I need the...
Well, he tries to.
He tries to. Okay, I'm going...
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch versus Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers.
Halloween 4 has a high body count, but I'm saying 3. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'll say, in the interest of keeping the game going here, I'm going to say 4, and I'm going to say...
It's a trick question.
12 kills.
Okay. Bugsy, do you have a guess at the count for Halloween 3?
Halloween 3, I'm gonna say a dozen, but I mean in my my defense, he like ends up killing the entire planet basically of children with the mask, so I have to be right.
You are right. Halloween 3,
Okay.
Season of the Witch is the one with the higher kill count, but only 21.
Dang,
I don't think he succeeds in actually killing all the children. I think his plan is foiled.
Well, remember it was on the last. He couldn't get it off the final channel in time, and he was like, "Stop it!" So people were watching it and dying.
Oh,
it was just off screen.
Up here, Michael.
It was massive.
Up here.
Halloween 4 had 19 kills, so it was pretty close.
Oh, dang.
Okay, next up, Halloween 2 from 2009, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, versus Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers.
Ooh, I'm gonna
Halloween 2, Rob Zombie.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 5 because there has to be a reason you pitted it against it, and I'm gonna say 15.
Oh, if you do that, that's fucked up. I see what you could do with that. Because you could argue that in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, that's a dream sequence.
What's your kill count for Halloween 2, Bugsy?
Me?
Yeah.
Let's say 16.
Okay. David is right. Gets 1 point. Halloween 5, Revenge of Michael Myers has 20 kills. Halloween 2 has 19.
Wow.
Halloween 5 has 20 kills?
Yeah.
I love Halloween 5.
He gets his revenge. That was the, other than Season of the Witch, has the highest kill count for Michael Myers. Second highest kill count for Michael Myers in any film is Halloween 5 with 20. Okay, so you guys are tied up again. We got 2 more. We have Halloween 07. Halloween 07.
Yeah, by Rob Zombie.
Versus Halloween 2018.
Ooh, I'm going to go ahead and say 2018, and I'm going to say it has 17 kills.
You're saying Halloween 2018 versus Rob Zombie's 07?
Mm-hmm.
What say you, Bugsy?
Go with 2018 as well.
What's your...
And I'm gonna say 2018 has 12.
You're both wrong. It's Halloween 2007 with 20 kills.
Dang! What is up with all these 20 kills?
Way to be subtle in the remake, Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah.
Halloween 2018 has 16. You were so close, David. You would have almost got an extra point. Okay, still tied up. This is the tiebreaker. Halloween Kills came out a couple weeks ago versus Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers.
Halloween Kills has more kills.
Let's see here. I'm going to say Halloween. In the interest of breaking the tie, I'm going to take Halloween 6. And I'm going to say 19 kills.
Okay.
I'm saying 26.
Wow. You guys are really close. But Bugsy wins with Halloween Kills with 27 kills. Just one off.
Dang, that's incredible.
And you were really close too. It was 17 kills in Halloween 6. 19.
Rats.
So that's the game. Bugsy won to the surprise of no one.
Excellent.
I didn't do as well as I thought, though. That was a challenging game.
They're very hard because it's so, you know, all the kills in these movies are just so throwaway. You can't remember them all. You know?
Well, I mean, if we were to sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to give you 10 minutes per movie or 5 minutes even, I could probably write down in my head every kill in these movies.
Right.
But just off top, just trying to think like, oh shit, just because you're trying to group it all into one. A little bit more difficult.
So just chill out.
Just chill out.
You know, drink a 7-Up, eat a moon pie, quit murdering people.
It's that easy. Just stop murdering people, and we don't have such high kill counts. So for many months now, we've been asking people to call into the bodily fluids line at 252-228-4628 and leave us a bodily fluid. And this is the result of those requests. Let's see what we got. This is a mixed bag, and there's not a lot available here. So, you know, if you guys want to call in at 252-228-4628, leave us a bodily fluid. Here it is. We're dumping them. Here they go.
What's up? Josh from Canada here.
Beautiful.
Enjoy, bitches.
Very nice commentary. Thanks, Josh from Canada. That one was from March. So, Josh, sorry about the wind up on that one. I would like to say we did get a bad review recently that I was delighted by, actually.
Yeah.
It was like, this is the grossest podcast I've ever listened to. They never stop burping, and it's just gross. And she was right. Yeah. She's right, and I feel sorry. Or he may be right. I'm not sure.
We promised to do better. Next clip.
Yeah, next clip.
My name is Jesus Cristo. I come from Corpus Christi, Texas. I like to wear my sandals 'cause my toes like the fresh air. My name is...
So it goes on like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Hang on.
It smells so bad, Daddy.
Fucking stinks, he says. Were you able to hear these, Bugsy?
Yes, I was trying to hit my vape pen. It was clogged.
No big deal. We don't hold it against you. Here's another.
I don't know if this counts as a bodily fluid exchange or not, but my belly button is often nicknamed a Chinese finger trap because you can stick your finger in it and it grabs a hold of it like a Chinese finger trap. So the noise that it can make is pretty exciting. I don't know if you can hear this or not.
That's not a bodily fluid.
Bryce is very excited.
That's very subtle.
Very subtle, but you can hear little wispy sounds.
Okay.
I know who that was.
Yeah, me too.
CJ.
Some arm fart sounds from CJ.
Is that what that is?
Could be. Thank you, CJ. 2 more. A lot of freakish people.
This
calling
is
in
all
this
like
line.
been totally worth the wait. I stand corrected.
I've been trying to play it down, but you have not allowed me to these last couple months. You've been like, oh, well, we're not going to talk about the bodily fluids line. And it's like, okay, if you want to keep poking this monster, we can do it. It's not the greatest.
No, I'm the one that says like, are we still doing this? And you're like, yeah, we're just got to build it up.
No, that's not. That is not what the recent recordings have been. You're like, are we going to do this? I'm like, no. And you're like, okay, buddy. It's like, okay. I feel your shade.
We'll have to go back to the tape on that one. Okay, so is that it? Or we have more?
That's all we got. Those
okay.
are our bodily fluids.
Wow.
Look, hey, I tried to warn you. It's not great. It's not great. Oh, wait, there's one more. I like this one. That's a good one.
That was a good one.
That
All
was
right.
a good one. That was in August.
Okay, so let's move on to horror movie.
Whooooores.
Do you have the voicemail?
I don't.
Pulled up?
No. Oh, but I can.
Could you do that?
If I just do this. So we actually have a big backlog, and if you guys would like to call in to us, leave us a message, let us know what's up. You can do so by calling us at 682-253-4468. If you have a problem with the show, this is the best way to get us to listen to it and change, because we will try if you actually, if you reach out to us and let us know. But it's also a good place for, this is another name for this is Bugsy's Playground. And I think that's actually the first message we got here. Bugsy, are you going to blush if we play a message with you?
No,
Okay.
that's the ultimate meta.
Okay, here it is. Here's the ultimate meta, even better than Wes Craven. Here we go.
It's your boy Bugsy. Bugsy's here. We're calling from Tampa. Much love, Bryce and David Day. Hey, anyways, very excited to be on the show. The Halloween 4, my favorite horror movie sequel, maybe favorite of all time. We shall see. Can't wait to be on the review with you guys and recite the official HMT anthem. Anywho, just saw Halloween Kills. Seen it a couple times now. I'm going to take the mom to see it, probably take the ex to see it. And went from a 7 to a 6 in my book. There's a bunch of issues in that. First and foremost, strong woman and, weak men. And then, two gay guys living in Michael Myers' house. That's the best thing you could come up with. The whole entire fucking town gets text alerts. Michael Myers is out, but they live in his fucking house. They don't get text alerts. I get it that they're watching their gay movies and their gay music and they're just so being gay that they don't have time for Michael Myers. But, not a neighbor wouldn't fucking come say something. A neighbor, hey man, the guy that, murdered all them fucking people, it's all over the news. He's definitely probably going to come back here and kill the fuck out of you. Maybe you should watch out. And just like, evil dies tonight, evil, they must have said that shit like 10,000 fucking times.
True.
And it's like so pretentiously pretentious. It's terrible. They're sniffing their own farts, they're sniffing their own ass, the whole shit fucking sucks. And not to mention Jamie Lee Curtis, her outside of it, she's political, she tried to amp it up like Halloween Kills is BLM and fuck all that. And then this movie once again has a terrible secondary subplot connected to the first movie. This fucking Sartain sucked in the first one. This fucking escaped shoelace killer guy that didn't even bring the shoelaces into it. He fucking what? Anyways, I will talk more on the show. You guys should probably bring me on for kills because I'm amped about this shit, but I have to go on, represent for Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers, the best in the fucking franchise. It's your motherfucking boy Halloween!
It's Bugsy.
It's Bugsy.
Bugsy, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just being real. And if this is blowing you up, you let me know. And I don't mean to put disrespect on your name. Do you ever call the line while high?
While high?
Yeah, on whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm high right now.
Yeah, but not that kind of high. I mean, maybe some other kind of high.
No, I'm just high on life. I have ADHD.
Dude, I hear that.
Yeah, I'm a very hyper person. I'm very passionate about my Halloween. It's my favorite franchise. I watch this shit pretty much daily. I own every movie on every version. So I just get excited when it comes to my Michael Myers.
I definitely. I mean, look,
just chill out.
Just chill out.
Drink a 7-Up. Eat a moon pie.
Well, that being said, everything you said on that review, I'm not going to co-sign, maybe the toxic masculinity and like the overt racism. Like, I think that's maybe a little too far. Maybe you shouldn't be such a huge, massive racist. No.
Don't forget the homophobia.
No, man. No, I agree with a lot of what you said on that call for sure.
Well, of course you would.
Well, why? Why do you like horror movie talk? Why do you even listen to our show? Why does anybody listen to this show?
I don't know.
Next
I don't know.
I had nothing better to do.
Again, I just was listening to Quiet Place Part 2 podcast. And come on.
I think this is Robert from
Yeah,
Utah.
from Provo.
Robert-
Still can't hear a goddamn thing he says.
Robert, listen. Bugsy's right here in the room, and I'm still willing to say this. You're my new favorite caller. But
we would really like you to get a new phone.
You need to get something with better reception. You need to speak louder into the receiver, and I'm willing to keep coaching you through this. I will get there together, buddy. But hang on, let's see if this pulls out of this minor nosedive. Let's see.
9 out of 10. I mean, it's a good.
We're gonna start this one over because I
Okay.
do like Robert.
Again, I just was listening to Quiet Place Part 2 podcast, and come on, it's 9 out of 10. I mean, it's a good movie and all, but just, I would give it a score, but there's problems with it, like the water.
Okay.
Okay.
Robert,
Did you gather?
They can just scream as loud as they want in the monster.
Robert, you can hear what that.
Oh, I see. He was talking about A Quiet Place 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I just gathered that now.
Yeah, but you heard what you sounded like on that call. It didn't sound good. So test out your phone, find another phone, borrow your mom's phone. I don't care. But figure it out and call back and let us know what you were talking about in regard to Quiet Place Part 2 and why our one of us gave it a score of 9 out of 10. It was probably Bryce, not me. I don't think I enjoyed it that much. I can't recall, though, and don't hold me to my words. I will not be pinned down by the things that I said.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, HMT, it's Tiana again from Nevada.
Hey, Tiana.
I recently, by recently, I mean the past 30 minutes, finished your Halloween 2018 review. I was waiting to listen to it because I haven't seen that one, so I watched that one Friday and then saw Halloween Kills on Saturday. What I find is so interesting is that in that episode of Halloween of 2018, you guys were talking about reviews and how, other than family members, you guys have received one positive review that was genuine from someone who wasn't your wife or your family members. And I think that's incredibly ironic because for the Halloween Kills episode, you mentioned more reviews and how you have received so many and how you guys have grown so much. That is wild. I'm not a long-time listener. I've been listening since probably July, and I think the first one I listened to was Jaws, for sure. But yeah, I went back and listened to it and thought, hey, they're probably not going to remember what the fuck they were talking about 3 years ago, but you got a listener who just checked it out for you. So, okay, well, that's all I have to say now. I'm anxious but excited for your interview with Bugsy. He seems very loud and erratic, and, I'm with
Thank
him.
you.
I'm game. Okay. Peace out. Much love. You guys are the best. Bye.
I think Tiana just said she's game, Bugsy.
Yeah.
Tell her to send nudes. Give her my Instagram.
You're on the air right now.
You realize you can just say that. So, yeah, I mean, it is pretty wild. Halloween 2018. So that was our, third month of the podcast?
Yep.
So, yeah, we've come quite a bit of ways.
Yeah, we have.
I don't even think our stats go back that far anymore. I don't think it lets us look back to the very beginning anymore on
Probably
our
not,
stats dashboard.
probably not in a meaningful way. Hey, Bugsy, actually, this is a good question. This is a good moment to get, now that we have you here, I got to know. So you're a rapper, and what inspired you to get into rap?
Well, I've been making music like my entire life. When I was a kid, my mom worked at like nightclubs and bars and stuff. So she was a terrible parent, would just take me to work with her when I was like 4 years old, just leave me with the DJs and stuff. So good parent, terrible at parenting. take me there, and the DJs would make me mixtapes and stuff. And ended up getting into a little bit of trouble when I was younger after some crazy shit happened. ended up in group homes, and I started they'd like lock me into like hallways and shit, and they would give me nothing but like a piece of paper and a pencil. I didn't know how to draw, so I would just write lyrics. Everything would sound like Slim Shady or old school Eminem. And then you know, I became a teenager. It was like a hobby of mine, you know, and like I've always been a fan of music. But then started taking it seriously. Went to school for audio engineering, got my certification. I'm a certified audio engineer. Graduated from one of the best like recording art schools in the country. And you know, it's awesome. I like working with artists that I grew up listening to. Doing that Bubba Sparks song, you know, for Monster Jam, having their announcer on it, and you know, remembering back to Christmas when I was 10 years old or 11, and I remember getting a Bubba Sparks CD for Christmas, and then getting the monster truck toys, having them both, and that's awesome. Then to be an adult, you know, fast forward 20 years, and I have a song with Bubba Sparks that I made for Monster Jam that they're playing at, you know, arenas around the country, and they're shouting me out, you know. They called me out over the loudspeaker when I was like 8 years old, like for my birthday and at a monster truck event. So to have my actual song playing when I got older. So little things like that, you know, feels like a lot of things come full circle. And so something I've been passionate about. When I was a kid, I used to write like short children's stories and stuff, like inspired by like Goosebumps and R.L. Stine. So if it wasn't for R.L. Stine, I probably wouldn't rap. I probably wouldn't make music, because he inspired me to write. It started with stories and storytelling. And, you know, that just led to me making music. Now, you know, 20 years later, I've got songs with gold and platinum artists. I've got 15 videos on World Star. And this is still, you know, just the beginning. Most importantly, got the Horror Movie Talk anthem. And, you know, it's an honor to have my song played at the end of every one of your guys' shows. And being
it's
able
an
to
honor
be
for us. We really appreciate it. I think that brings the show together in a huge way. And I really enjoy I like the your single aesthetic, mainly because I like to look at the ladies in aesthetic. I mean, I love the rap, but I'm just saying. I mean, if you're being honest, you probably. No,
I paid a lot for them to be there, so I'm glad I'm glad.
I like their aesthetic.
I love their aesthetic. Yeah, you know, it's a play on words. You know, like you tell a girl, "I love your ass." You know, it's 2021. You might get canceled, but if you say aesthetic, I don't think they can legally sue you.
No, not legally.
Right.
I mean, they could get a creative lawyer. Yeah, but
they could.
Well, we appreciate you, Bugsy. Let's get into
it's awesome, and it's you guys are like family to me, and I love HMT. I rep you guys everywhere I go. If I ride up and down the coast, you know, coming from Maryland or wherever, I'm wearing your guys' T-shirt, wearing my Michael Myers mask while I'm driving. When I rob a bank with that mask on, I'll be wearing said T-shirt, and they'll come look for you.
Okay. Well,
sounds good.
I'll be looking for the call from the FBI. Here's our next call.
Hey guys, I just wanted to know if you were planning on doing an after pod for the Chucky show. I don't think I've listened to any, if you even have any Chucky episodes. And so I wasn't sure how much you guys like the universe or whatnot. So, I just wanted to know that. Also, I'm pretty excited for, either next week or whatever you guys plan to do the next, real-time episode, because I can't wait to see, all the people that call in about your review of Halloween Kills, because, you know, those Halloween fans they're a little, rough around the edges, so thought that would be funny. So, okay, bye.
Who's this bitch?
We have reviewed Child's Play the original. We've also reviewed Child's Play 2019. If you head back in our feed, probably 2 years, around June of probably 2019. I have no plans to do an after show for this Chucky series. Yeah. I mean, it has crossed my mind several times, but it really helps to get advanced screeners for these kinds of things, and that wasn't something we attempted to do with that series.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of curious, but I also feel like I know what I would be getting if I watched it, and it's not really my thing necessarily.
Yeah, that's a good point. But still.
Yeah, but still. Okay.
Here's another message from Robert the Farter.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, this is Robert the Farter. Sorry that...
I love it. Robert, you're nailing it.
Robert, you got it. Whatever phone you're calling from, perfect.
Yeah.
My recording sounds so bad. My brother throws my phone around on the sidewalk all the time, so my phone basically sucks. I agree with you guys. Not old revisited, like all these new remakes of classic movies. We don't want that. We want something new. We want, like, a new slasher, new ideas. Yeah. Also, just one quick question. How come you don't like The Shining?
What?
That's all that I'm gonna say. How do you not like The Shining?
Oh, he's talking to you.
Anyways, Robert the Farter, I'm out.
Robert the Farter is out. You don't like The Shining, Bryce. I gave it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, what did I give it?
Probably like a 7.
7 or something. Yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of Kubrick, to be honest, because like he's like just doesn't really have much humanity in his films, and Shining is one of those examples to where. And I've read the source material. I don't want to be that guy that says the book is better because obviously it always is. But kind of the main feature of The Shining, the story, is Jack's struggle with alcoholism, or basically the it's kind of a morality play on alcoholism, with the haunting being the stand-in for that.
Mm-hmm.
That he
sounds pretentious.
And there's just a lot more heart in the original story, and in Kubrick's The Shining, it just comes out of the blue. There's no reason for why Jack goes insane. He just does. And it doesn't really explain much about what The Shining is or why stuff happens. It's just like you see spooky stuff, and then Jack goes crazy and attacks. And it looks fantastic, as with all Kubrick movies. It looks like pristine and meticulous and very impressive and beautiful, but I don't care about any of the characters. Like I'm not engaged with the story necessarily, and that's why I don't like The Shining that much. I think it's a little.
And say goodbye to these, because it's the last time.
The last time, Bryce.
I think it's one of those movies that like gets so much. It's like. It's the same way that people think about The Exorcist, of like, oh, people always said that's the best one, so that's why people say they like it, but it's not that great. I feel that way about The Shining.
Robert, I don't appreciate you lumping me in with Bryce. The Shining and actually Kubrick shaped my particular, like my preferences so much that that's like Halloween is for Bugsy, like The Shining, it shaped my desires for movies to the point where like I love the aesthetic first kind of thing, the killing of a sacred deer, this cold, calculated humanless feel of these movies is what I really prefer. How do you feel?
I think there's there's like a coldness that still has humanity, and then there's a coldness that just like just doesn't feel like they get.
I like
what
that.
The audience is.
I like that. I like
that.
it to be double detached.
Because I love like Wes Anderson movies, and those are super cold, but more of a very dry humor kind of way. But it has humanity, like the characters.
No, I'm in touch with my humanity. What do you think about Kubrick and The Shining, Bugsy?
I've still never seen The Shining. I've never seen it.
You would think it's pretentious. I think you need to watch it this Halloween season and tell me if you think it's pretentious or not.
It sounds pretentious from what I've heard so far.
It is. Okay.
Hey, this is, hold on. This is, Rojo from the Bronx here. Calling you guys. I'm actually in the toilet taking a little sprinkle here.
Called the wrong number.
I was listening to the Halloween Kills review, and I couldn't help but notice how depressing you guys all sound. It's like someone died in the room. Mr. David Day had no energy in his voice. It was probably, I was listening to it with Big Hefty over here, and I was just so disappointed. Even worse than the movie was the show you guys gave us. Anyway, have a good day.
You know, Rojo, actually, that's a true statement. Rojo is a deceptively perceptive person. He's you're not pulling any fast ones on Rojo, and yeah, no, that's accurate. Last week when we were recording Halloween Kills, that we started that episode at 6:30 in the morning. I woke up at 5 to come over here on a Saturday morning and record. So yeah, it was definitely, the energy in here was dead compared to our normal. So very perceptive of you. I have a few more calls, I think, here from a similar number.
Also,
no, not that one. Next one.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, guys. This is Rojo calling back. I was cut off. I called again a second time. And Halloween Kills was one of the worst horror movies I've seen in a long time. I can't wait for them to finally kill off that Michael Myers character and that lesbian Jamie Lee Curtis. Real tired of all of them. That show sucked. That movie sucked. That town is full of a bunch of inbred retards.
Whoa.
Michael Myers very well might be the smartest man in that town, and he's also a Mortal Kombat character.
You know,
is Rojo dying?
Yeah, he something happened to him. You know, but speaking actually from the Bronx, very sad thing happened this last week for me. Babyface Billy, who also happens to be from the Bronx, who I do a different show with, Hotline and Advice Podcast. Yeah, Babyface, we did 55 episodes of Hotline, and then he dipped. He's done. Did
he ghost you, or did he give you a reason?
No, he gave me a good reason. You know, he's basically like, I'm just not feeling it anymore. And also, like, I got a girl, you know, and she demands a lot of time from me. And quite frankly, this is the first time I felt serious about a girl. And so I think he's going back to school. He's not going to do the thing that he was going to do before. He's changing his he's shifting his goals all around. So I'm losing Babyface Billy. I don't have anybody to co-host Hotline with it anymore, and it's a real problem. I don't know what to do.
Bros before hoes. Bros before hoes.
Yeah.
You're right. I didn't think about throwing that one in his face.
Right.
But he did come at me with a lot of really earnest talk, you know? And I didn't feel like I could throw the bros before hoes at him. But I will text him right now. I'll text him right now, bros before hoes.
The appropriate response would also be, as he's talking, here, you be Babyface Billy telling me your reasons for...
Hey, Mamma Mia! Hey, a pizza, New York! Hey, David, I gotta quit the show! Hey.
Why?
I got a girl! What's that? Are you making whipping sounds right now? Hey! Oh, Mamma Mia!
And he has no choice but to come back. He's like, you make a solid point.
Oh, you make a solid point. I'm whipped. No, you know, it's weird having a podcast that I really, really relied heavily on having somebody like Babyface to bounce things off of, and so I'm really left out in the breeze here. I have a 55 episode podcast that is.
How many do you have episodes in the can?
Yes, we have enough to get us into past the first week of November, and then that's it.
So, are you recruiting?
The show can't go on unless I have somebody to help me with it. So I don't know. Bryce, do you want to do another show? It's surprisingly little time commitment. It's maybe an hour to an hour and a half on you know.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I mean, from what I understand, he was a very integral part in the production of it.
Well, yeah, and also his comedy is
right.
Really, he's
just frankly, he's funnier than me.
He's funnier than me. Me too. So I don't know what. Do you have any advice for me, Bugsy?
I will come on your podcast whenever you need me.
Oh,
there you go.
Shit.
Yep.
Well, at least I got somebody I can rely on over here.
I mean, I'm there for the comedic relief.
Okay.
Only 170 whatever episodes of Horror Movie Talk.
Well, do you look? I asked you. I think originally.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, I don't. You told me you were going to do it. I don't know if you asked me if I wanted to be involved.
I got a lot of vibes from you that was like,
Yeah, I don't know. The format just.
I love the format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll talk about
it.
We'll talk about it in the afterpod.
Right.
Bugsy will be there for the afterpod, so patrons only, please. Last message.
Hey guys, it's Levi from Indiana again. Listening to the Halloween Kills episode. Just got past where you guys were talking about Michael slaughtering that elderly couple with that fluorescent. Fuck, I can't talk. Fluorescent light bulb. And then when he bent the dude over on the table and was just stabbing knives at him, that whole time I thought he was just trying to test out a knife.
He thought it too.
Maybe I was wrong, but I'm pretty sure you guys were wrong.
Well, yeah.
Other than that, I don't have much else to say. All right.
Thanks for your call,
See
Levi.
you later, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Levi. Well, I mean, I would have thought that, but he doesn't stab him with the knife that he takes, though, is the thing. That was a missed opportunity. It's like, if he stabbed him with the knife that he was taking and looked at it and was like, yeah, this one. Like, then it would have been a storyline with, no, he's just stabbing him into the counter because.
Yeah, that would have been a good knife commercial. 9 out of 10 serial killers agree. 9 out of 10 slasher antagonists agree. This is the knife for you.
So just chill out. Drink a 7-Up, eat a moon pie, quit murdering people.
Up here, Michael. Up here.
That's our episode for today. Thank you so much to Bugsy for coming on and hearing us rip into one of his favorite movies of all time.
It wasn't as bad as I thought. I'm happy to be here. You guys seem to like it, just not as much as me.
Well, we're happy to have you as both a fan and a Patreon member. Thank you so much for being a part of our community.
Course.
Yeah, please.
I will keep it up.
Absolutely. Please.
That's what I said to her.
Please, if you're listening, share the podcast with a friend. If we had every single listener of this podcast find another listener that's as committed as they are, like that would. Well, let me do the math on that.
Double.
That would double.
Yeah.
Our listenership.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're cooking with gas.
Go to horrormovietalk.com, check out our shop, and get a Horror Movie Talk tee, as well as if you're going to shop on Amazon for anything, and holiday season's coming up, click through on the button in our banner of our website, and then we'll get a little taste of whatever you buy. Special thanks to our sponsors, DS Laboratories, nightchannels.com, and shutter.com. And thank you all for calling in, especially those that left voicemails on the bodily fluids exchange. That just really panned out well for us. And we'll see you next time.
We'll take all the ideas that I have that are good, and we'll pit them against all the ideas that you have that are good, and then we'll rake you over the coals, see how you feel. Mm-hmm. It's a good idea. Let's do that. Asshole. God damn it.
I just love that I started intuiting that this bit was not going to go as well as you thought it was. And so that's why
I'm sorry. I tried to get a new thing going. I thought it was a good idea. It didn't turn out well. My apologies. What do I owe you?
I just think it's funny. All right. That's right. Bugsy, were you going to do it live? I forgot.
Yeah,
we asked you that.
I can rap it. I have the lyrics.
Okay. I don't know how we're going to do the music, but you could do it a cappella if you wanted.
I could just do it a cappella.
All right, Bugsy, play us out.
Looking for a podcast full of burps and gas, perverted cast, skinny and fat? Look no further. Horror Movie Talk is accidentally funny, begs to donate money, fake sponsors for dummies, and so much more. New episodes every hump day. Go pickle your dickle for foreplay. Patreon members have it your way. Vote for a movie every month for the review. Chompa chompa. Don't just stare at it, eat it like a taco. Put your tongue through the phone, hoodie, Picasso. Look at them hot kids swear not a pedo. Got me tooed with Cosby eating jello. Puddin' Pops done gave Bryce flatulence. Drain addict Dave doesn't give a shit. 1 through 10 is a horrible or excellent. Oil me up, daddy, it's dinner rhyme soup kid. Pretentious. Bryce Hansen. Look at them hot kids, Chris Henson. Masturbate with a crucifix, exorcist. Face huggers, chest bursters, alien. Linda Blair peed on Sigourney Weaver. I know it's true because it came from social media. Patrick Bateman can't understand you. Stab you to death for Rotten Apple reviews. Opinionated podcaster with a doctorate. Spookology, doctor of philosophy. Bad gastritis, need colostomy. Turn Patreons into human centipedes. David Doobie Day, scare no expert, and Goble fucks hard, professional sexpert after pause taglines of porno flicks. American Psycho, them dudes pretty sick, chompa chompa. Don't just stare at it, eat it like a taco. Put your tongue through the phone, hoodie, Picasso. Look at them hot kids, swear not a pedo. Got me too with Cosby eating jello. Puddin' Pops done gave Bryce flatulence. Drain addict Dave doesn't give a shit. 1 through 10 is it horrible or excellent. Oil me up, daddy, it's dinner rum. Nothing good happens in the woods. Always get more than you bargain for. Got a tickle to dickle. Machines tickle biddies. Killer on the phone. Ain't no Sharon Stone. Vancouver, Portland. Oregon and organs. Corona, COVID. Curse, Lorona. Green River Killer. Because reasons. Hallway and poop monster. Kids screaming. Ain't your ordinary dingleberry itinerary. 30-day shutter and jump scares. Ain't fucking scary. Time for the spoilers with jokes and tropes. Use their wives' socks to catch their loads. Just show them one titty. Pretty. Paganism, you should worship their Teflon dick. Pacific Northwest, let them see one breast. Shifty eyes, stay spooky, poor man's digressed. It's your boy Bugsy, HMT.
Yay!
Bravo! Thank you, Bugsy. All right.
I did that all in one breath.